白状に伏せた四角い髪型急いだ筆圧だけ残る文字返事を求めるでもない一問でかけた後の空気に馴染む冷蔵庫脇の咀嚼の下ずれた箸だけ少し浮いてる短い連絡のその裏側に見えない配慮が重なっていた遅くなる日の簡単な文面必要なことし
DC management is about navigating challenges to reach a goal. Every day, as I climb the steep stairs of my college, I am reminded of that journey. My name is Shahmi, a student at UITM Kelantan, and today I am stepping away from the climb to reflect on my experience in MGT400. From the four functions of leadership to the complexity of decision making, this subject has been much more than just a classroom lesson. It's been a guide for my path forward. Let's dive into my reflection. Throughout this MGT400 course, I have learned that management is a complex but essential process that involves balancing efficiency and effectiveness. I have gained a deep understanding of how organizations are structured and how the four functions, which is planning, organizing, leading, and controlling, that work together. Beyond just theories, I learned how management thought has evolved from scientific methods to modern administrative systems. It has given me a new lens through which to view how people and resources are coordinated to achieve a specific goal. This subject has truly provided me with a foundational understanding of how the professional world operates. The most practical element I can apply to my daily life is the concept of planning and goal setting. As a student, I have to manage my time strictly, especially with a hybrid schedule that involves juggling online and face-to-face classes. Understanding how to allocate resources, like my time and energy, can effectively help me stay on top of my assignments and projects. Even the concept of organizing helps me structure my study sessions more logically to avoid burnout. These management principles aren't just for big companies. They are tools for personal productivity and self-discipline. I have acquired several critical skills, most notably conceptual and human skills. I have learned how to analyze situations to see the big picture, which helps me solve problems more creatively during group work. My human skills have also improved as I now understand the importance of motivation and clear communication when leading or collaborating with peers. Additionally, I have gained technical knowledge in organizational design and decision-making framework. I absolutely plan on using these skills in the future, especially as I transition from university to a professional career. Whether I am working in a management role or as part of a specialized team, the ability to make recent decisions and understand organizational culture will be invaluable. I will use these skills to navigate workplace hierarchies and to help lead projects efficiently. Even in my personal life, the strategic planning I learned here will help me set and achieve long-term career milestones. I see management skills as a lifelong asset that will grow with me as I gain more experience. One of the biggest benefits has been the shift in my mindset regarding how I approach challenges. I used to feel overwhelmed by large tasks, but this subject taught me how to break them down into manageable steps through proper planning. I also feel more confident in my ability to work within a team because I understand the dynamics of organizational structure and leadership. Another benefit is the improved mental clarity I have when making choices, thanks to the decision-making models we study. Overall, this subject has boosted my confidence and prepared me for the realities of the business world. What I liked best about MGT400 was how applicable their theories are to real-world scenarios. It wasn't just about reading from a textbook, it was about understanding the why behind how people work together. I particularly enjoy learning about the different leadership styles and how they can impact the morale of an entire organization. The subject felt very relevant to current times, especially when we discuss how managers adapt to changing environment. It made the learning process feel very practical and gave me a lot of aha moment or understanding moment during our lectures. If I had to choose what I like least, it would probably be the sheer volume of technical terms and historical theories that I had to memorize. At times, keeping track of all the different management principles and their theories like Taylor or Fayol felt a bit overwhelming. However, I realized that these theories provide the necessary foundation for everything else we learned. While the heavy terminology was a challenge, it pushed me to be more disciplined in my studies. Once I moved past the memorization and into the application of these ideas, it became much more enjoyable. My favorite chapter is definitely chapter 4 on decision making because it addressed a personal challenge I have always had. Before this, I usually plan everything in my mind, but I found it very hard to actually commit to a decision and take action. This chapter taught me how to evaluate different factors and use reasoned judgment rather than just relying on my feelings. It provided a structured way to look at problems, which has helped me become more decisive and less prone to overthinking. I feel that the lessons from this chapter have had the most immediate and positive impact on my life. Yes, I found the delivery of this subject to be very effective, especially considering our hybrid format. Missing face-to-face sessions with online learning keep the pace interesting and allow for different types of engagement. Even though walking to class was a bit of a struggle because my college is in a hilly area with many stairs, the lectures were worth the effort. The use of real-life examples and case studies made the concepts come to life, which keep me engaged throughout the semester. I think the balance of different teaching methods work well to cater to everyone's learning style. One suggestion for improvement would be to include even more interactive group simulations or gamified learning elements. While the lecture were great, seeing this management theory in action through a simulation game could make the organizing and leading functions even clearer. It would also be helpful to have more short practical quizzes to reinforce the terminology as we go. Overall, though, I feel the course was very well structured and provided a great learning experience. At the end of the day, MGT400 taught me that management isn't just about theories in a book. It's about how we manage ourselves through the rain and the steep climb. This journey at UiTM Machang has just begun, but I'm now better equipped for the road ahead. Thank you for being part of my reflection. My name is Shahmi, and I will see you at the top. Thank you. 違い季節ごとに変わる肌触り気づかないまま使っていたこと